Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to unpack one of the absolute most breathtaking narrative arcs in all of ancient literature. Today, we're tracing the epic transformation of Arjuna. We're talking about a journey from a mortal earthly hero enduring some truly grueling physical extremes to an invincible cosmic warrior literally dining with the gods. We'll be looking at exactly how a mortal man managed to shatter the boundaries between the human and the divine, and the extraordinary price he was ultimately asked to pay for that incredible privilege.
Okay, let's dive into this. Because to really understand this journey, we have to start by looking at its climax. We have this direct, mind-bending command from Indra, the Lord of the Celestials, ordering Arjuna to plunge into the womb of the ocean to fight an impossible enemy. Now, you might be wondering, wait, how in the world did a mortal guy end up receiving tactical commands from the King of Heaven? To grasp the sheer magnitude of this moment, we really need to rewind. We've got to go back down to Earth to the exact moment the veil between worlds first began to lift.
So our source text places us right at the base of the mighty Himalayas. Arjuna has just wrapped up an agonizingly severe period of penance. He's even just met the Supreme Soul, Mahadeva himself. But notice how the text describes the atmosphere right after this intense earthly trial. The world itself just seems to refresh. A pure breeze begins to blow. Fresh, fragrant flowers spontaneously bloom all around him, and the air totally fills with a captivating symphony of celestial hymns. The gritty reality of his earthly penance is suddenly washed away by this overwhelming sensory shift. It's the environment's way of signaling that Arjuna has leveled up, catching the direct attention of the heavens. It's a pretty powerful reminder that sometimes right after our most grueling periods of hard work, the environment around us shifts to signal a major breakthrough.
And the heavens? Well, they don't just send a messenger, they literally arrive in force. The Lokapalas, the celestial guardians of the universe, descend in these elegantly adorned cars yoked with ethereal horses. We've got Yama, the Lord of Death, seated in the south. We have Varuna, and of course, we have Indra, the thousand-eyed Lord of the Celestials. Now, they haven't just come down to congratulate Arjuna. They're here to arm him. They recognize him as one of their own, handing over mighty weapons for a massive divine task that lies ahead. But Indra knows that just handing over weapons isn't going to cut it. Arjuna needs to ascend. He needs to learn the cosmic arts in the celestial region itself. So Indra summons his personal charioteer, Matali, to bring Arjuna up to heaven.
And this brilliantly illustrates the caliber of warrior we are dealing with here. When Arjuna boards this celestial chariot, which, by the way, is pulled by steeds that travel at the speed of thought or the wind, something incredible happens. Matali, a being who drives gods around for a living, looks back in absolute shock. He points out that even Indra himself usually gets jerked backward by the immense G-force of this chariot taking flight, but Arjuna, he just sits there, completely unshaken. This little micro-narrative is so crucial because it establishes that Arjuna isn't just some tourist in the divine realm. Even before he gets his heavenly training, his physical prowess and discipline completely transcend normal mortal limits. He is already built for the heavens.
Section 1. Journey to Amaravati, entering the celestial realm.
So with Matali at the reins, Arjuna leaves the peaks of the Himalayas far behind. They soar into the sky, kicking off this magnificent journey upward to Amaravati, the shining city of the gods. As they cross this cosmic threshold, Matali points out all the breathtaking sights, the celestial gardens like Nandana, the abodes of the Sky Rangers, the Gandharvas, and the Apsaras. But what our source text really zeroes in on is the stark contrast between the earthly reality Arjuna just left and the utopian perfection of Amaravati. Down on Earth, Arjuna endured severe austerities, heat, cold, the relentless fatigue of a mortal body. But up here, in Indra's abode, those things simply do not exist. There is zero sorrow, no poverty of spirit, no anger, and absolutely no lassitude. It's a realm of pure perfection, featuring gem-variegated ground, lotus-filled lakes, and beings who are just ever content.
But look, Arjuna isn't here just to relax by the lotus lakes. He is here to put in the work. His time in heaven actually plays out almost like an ancient training montage. First, he arrives and is honored by all the deities, the Vasus, the Rudras, the Adityas, who grant him strength, prowess, and victory. Then he actually strikes up a friendship with Chitrasena, who teaches him the entire Gandharva science. That includes the fine arts, listening to songs, and watching the Apsaras dance. But he never ever neglects his primary focus, the weapons. He learns the divine arms of Agni, Varuna, Vayu, Vishnu, and Brahma. He masters 15 unique weapons in 5 different modes. So he's learning not just how to discharge them, but how to withdraw them, redischarge them, and even revive them if they get baffled. He basically becomes a scholar of cosmic warfare.
And the culmination of all this training is just profound. Indra, patting Arjuna on the head, makes this staggering declaration. He tells Arjuna that he has become completely invulnerable in strength and incomparable in a fight. By mastering these weapons, Arjuna has officially blown past all earthly limitations. Indra basically says, hey, if the celestial gods themselves can't defeat you now, earthly mortals stand absolutely zero chance. Indra is brimming with pride here, but this immense power upgrade comes with a condition. The training is complete, which means it is time to settle the bill.
Indra tells Arjuna that the time has officially arrived to pay the preceptor's fee. In ancient traditions, this is known as Guru Dakshina. Now, this isn't about handing over a bag of gold or jewels. It's a sacred, non-negotiable repayment demanded by a teacher once the knowledge has been fully imparted. Think of it as the ultimate cosmic tuition. Arjuna, without even a moment's hesitation, tells Indra that if it is in his power, consider it already done. And Indra just smiles, noting that there is practically nothing in the 3 worlds outside of Arjuna's power right now.
Section 2. The Impossible Task. Into the Womb of the Ocean.
So, the crucial point is that all of this heavenly luxury, all this intense training, and all these divine weapons, they were never meant to be just a nice gift. They were an investment. Indra was basically building the ultimate weapon to solve a problem that even the gods couldn't handle themselves. And now, he reveals exactly what that dreadful task entails. Indra tells Arjuna about his enemies, the Danavas, known as the Nivata-Kavachas. They are notorious, completely equal in form, strength, and splendor, and they hide out where the gods can't easily reach them, deep down within the womb of the ocean. And their numbers? 30 million. Let that sink in. 30 million identical, highly powered demons. This is the fee. Arjuna must go alone into the deep ocean and slaughter 30 million demons to repay his debt to heaven. It is a task of staggering, almost incomprehensible scale.
To ensure his star student actually survives this apocalyptic battle, Indra equips Arjuna with what is essentially the ultimate mythological loadout. He gives him a highly resplendent celestial car. Actually, it's the very same one Indra used to conquer Vali in days of yore, furnished with hair resembling the down of peacocks. He places an excellent diadem right on Arjuna's head. He grants him impenetrable mail that surprisingly is soft and easy to the touch, and fastens a highly durable string to Arjuna's famous Gandharva bow. And finally, the gods hand over the Devadatta, a legendary conch shell sprung from the deep, historically used by Indra himself to conquer the worlds. Arjuna is now fully strapped, literally a one-man cosmic army.
As Arjuna finally sets out, the rattling of his chariot echoes all through the heavens. It is so powerful and so awe-inspiring that the celestials actually rush over, completely startled. They honestly think it's Indra himself heading out into battle. When they realize it's actually Arjuna, dressed in Indra's ornaments, driving Indra's very own chariot, they are just amazed. They bless him, comparing this upcoming battle to Indra's legendary victories over terrifying ancient foes like Vritra and Namuchi. At this point, Arjuna has completely, both physically and symbolically, taken on the mantle of the divine champion. And that leaves us right on the precipice of one of the greatest conflicts in the entire text. We've watched Arjuna transition from a mortal performing gritty penance in the dirt to an unshakable warrior mastering the cosmos to a divine champion so formidable he's mistaken for the king of the gods. He proceeds to the dreadful abode of the Danavas, fully equipped, ready to pay his ultimate tuition. But the question that hangs in the air for us is this. Armed with literally all the celestial weapons in existence, and fueled entirely by mortal determination, can one single warrior truly conquer 30 million identical demons in the darkest, crushing depths of the ocean? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and I'll see you in the next one.